A few years ago, making a video meant filming footage, importing it into an editing software, and building the story yourself. Now, AI can write scripts, generate footage, edit clips, and even create entire videos, which raises a big question. Will AI change video creation forever? Or is it just another tool creators will learn to use? Because right now, something interesting is happening. The barrier to making videos is dropping faster than ever. Anyone with a laptop can create things that used to require a full production team. And when everyone can create videos, something else becomes more important: creativity. And so in this video, we will be breaking down how AI will change video creation. Over the past couple of years, AI tools have exploded into every creative space: writing, art, coding, music, and now even video. Suddenly, you're seeing tools that can generate clips, write scripts, edit videos automatically, and even create entire scenes from simple text prompts. For anyone who spends hours video editing, shooting, or planning videos, that raises a pretty uncomfortable question. If AI can do all of this faster, cheaper, and instantly, what happens to the people who spent years learning these skills? Will all of their time be removed and be worth nothing simply due to the fact that there's something that can do it much faster, cheaper, and quicker? And is video creation about to become automated, or are we just seeing the beginning of something new? To answer that honestly, we have to separate what AI is actually capable of today from what people imagine it can do. So here's what AI can actually do right now. AI tools are extremely good at speeding up repetitive tasks like cutting silence, generating captions, organizing clips, or suggesting edits. Some platforms can already take long recordings and automatically turn them into short-form content with subtitles and jump cuts. This is extremely valuable as it saves a lot of time doing the monotonous tasks. Script writing assistants can generate outlines, hooks, and ideas within seconds, and image and video generation models can produce visuals that previously required designers or animators, again reinforcing the fact that it saves you so much time. And as a society that prides itself on being super efficient, the fact that AI can do all of this faster, cheaper, and all instantly with less headache is the problem, because it undermines human work and puts many people out of a job. But you know what else is even more annoying than creators spamming AI slop? Not being able to find the right music for your videos. As a creator, you already know how long this process takes, and on top of that, copyright claims can ruin your entire video, and creators lose so much money from copyright strikes all the time. And that's exactly why this video is sponsored by the Creator Music Library, which is original music made specifically for content creators and produced in-house by a real producer. Everything is built for videos, and the best part is that there's no content ID, which means no copyright claims. You can try it free for a week and get 50% off your first month, and you can cancel at any time, so there's no risk, by clicking the link in the description and starting your free week today. Thanks again to the Creator Music Library for sponsoring this video. And anyways, let's get back to it. Many creators or people that do these creative outlets have no way to compete against an AI that just performs better, faster, and smarter. And a positive for creators who understand how to use these tools, AI can remove a huge amount of tedious work from the process. I think that there's many ways to avoid the fear of losing your job to AI, and we're gonna get into that this video. But first, the things that AI struggle with are the parts of video creation that actually make content interesting. There's a few things that AI cannot replace. AI can replicate patterns, but it doesn't have any taste. It doesn't know why one moment feels powerful whilst another feels empty. Great videos rely on instinct: when to slow down, when to cut early, and when to let moments breathe. All things like humor, storytelling, pacing, and emotional timing are decisions that come from experience and human's judgment. But AI cannot do those things. AI can help assemble footage, but it doesn't understand the audience you're speaking to or the personality behind the content. And the difference between a technically correct edit and a memorable one is often subtle, and that subtlety is still very much human. So instead of replacing creators, AI is starting to shift how the creative process works. And editors who learn how to use AI tools can automate boring tasks and focus more energy on creative decisions that'll actually get the ball rolling and allow them to be more creative. So instead of spending hours organizing footage, cutting clips, they can spend that time improving the pacing, the story, the visual ideas, and actually helping the clients improve their content. Whether you're working for someone or you're working for yourself, the same thing applies. This means that the gap between creators who adapt and those who ignore new tools may grow quickly. And the longer you take to adapt to these AI tools and use them or incorporate them into your workflow, then the wider the gap becomes. In the same way editing software once replaced manual film cutting, AI is becoming another layer of technology that changes the workflow. And this leads to the bigger question about the future of content. Video creation is about to become even more competitive. I mean, just think think about it. When tools become easier to use, more people start creating content. And when more people start creating content, that means that there's more competition. AI lowers the barrier to entry, meaning that more videos will be produced than ever before. That doesn't automatically mean better content, but it just means more noise. And when everyone has access to powerful tools, the advantage shifts back to creativity, originality, and personality. The people who stand out won't be the ones using AI the most. They'll be the ones who combine it with strong ideas. Which brings us back to the original question. Will AI change video creation forever? And to put it simply, yes, but not in the way most people think. I believe that AI will change the tools, the speed, and the workflows creators use. What it won't replace, though, is the human side of storytelling, the taste and the perspective and humor that lies behind the humanity of our content. Video creation will always revolve around ideas and emotions and not just technology. The way you make people feel, the emotions that they feel when watching it, the tension, the anticipation that viewers feel, all are part of the creative process that makes creation what it is. And so the creators who succeed will be the ones who treat AI as a tool, not as a replacement for creativity. Because let's face it, the camera didn't kill theaters. Editing softwares didn't kill movies, and AI won't kill creators, or at least the ones who are smart about it, but it will change how the best ones work. Also, thank you guys for 4,000 subscribers, bro. Y'all don't even know how much this means to me. I appreciate you guys for watching the videos. We're actually official now. We're actually official. We're not little creators. We're not small creators anymore. We're getting there. So I appreciate you guys for sticking with me, and we're gonna keep pushing out more content. So make sure to watch the full video. Anyways, back to the video. And as I've been making this video, there's a recent controversy that has occurred. It's a controversy regarding a popular creator or editor called Furies, or Furries, I don't really know how to call him, that has been using generative AI to make his edits. Now, some of you might not really see the problem with it, and we're just gonna have to play the clips.
The user who is known for doing this right now, his username is like Furies, but he's been exposed as a racist and just an overall egocentric, evil person.
You are a white dude from Russia, and you're sitting up here telling another dude from another country that is a skin color a little bit darker than yours that he is a blackie and he is a hard R. You see, when you were doing all the AI stuff, we just called you out and we weren't even trying to do too much. But then the fact that you started acting like this outside of all that controversy you were in.
Oh, and then his like little goons that are glazing him and defending the AI usage, or like using the comparison of AI rotoscoping to AI generative art. Huge difference!
Using AI generative art, which steals from artists, and putting that in your video and making that the whole entire video and then editing it.
At the end of the day, you're blacklisted from every company because you slapped the face of everybody in the film industry. That's literally my mutual and literally on this app trying to better and if not encourage other people to be creative and just express themselves.
So as you can see, there's a very big controversy and the crowd is very angry towards him, not only for the usage of AI, but him being condescending towards other creators for not using AI. And in my personal opinion, I think that it's not the worst thing in the world. I'm not talking about him being condescending because it is bad, but I'm talking about the belief that if you don't change or adapt, you die. We've seen this for many other industries, such as the thumbnail creation. They've had AI for a long time now, and most of the people that are working in this stuff are competing with AI. We've also seen it for the writing. You know, we've got ChatGPT, Grok, and Claude AI, and all these other AIs that literally use text and create text from nothing. So all these book writers and people who make daily newsletters or things of that nature have been taken over by AI, because now most of these people are not paying actual employees to do the work, but they're going towards AI to do the work for them for cheaper, better work that is much faster. And it's the turn of editing. People are now using AI to enhance their edits, and I believe that it's not the worst thing in the world, because we do have to adapt, and it is a tool to express your creativity still. Let's not act as if using AI for your edits means that you didn't edit the video itself. You still need to bring everything together, but getting these clips isn't the worst thing in the world. And I don't really know why so many people are against the usage of AI in not only edits but in every facet of life. I think it just makes everything quicker, easier, and makes it less of a headache. But when you do see the amplitude of the negativity that people have been sending towards this guy, not only this guy because he is quite a bad person from what I've seen, but just the fact that other creators use AI. For example, I know Sanchez AE uses AI for some of his edits, and people like to call it out often, and they almost neglect him because he's making edits as a person using AI. And a lot of people like to discredit that work, even though the same amount of work still applied. He just had an easier time getting the clips and making the clips flow, which makes a better result. So overall, I think it doesn't really make sense why people would be so against it, but I can understand why. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or things you want to mention, then leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this entire topic. I highly recommend that you watch my previous video, as it is extremely important if you want to get into this video editing or content creation space. And if you have watched through the entire video, make sure to leave cheeseburger in the comments so that I know you watched to the end and sprint to success.